Welcome to New Business on Main Street with Russ Johnson. It's where social media meets millions of today's consumers. The Entrepreneur Business Strategy will reach over 200 million Americans this year. If moving goods and services is important to you, then you won't want to miss this information on the techniques, skills, and strategies that will increase your bottom line. Get ready for super profits to be made with entrepreneur marketing. There are 92 million millennials in the United States, meaning those born between 1980 and the year 2000. They will take over the leadership of major corporations in the next few years. These future captains of industry are convinced that entrepreneur marketing is the smart way of doing business. It's where entrepreneurship meets millions of today's consumers. So sit back, relax. It's time to learn how to take advantage of this strategy in today's economy. Now, here's Russ Johnson.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining 1470 AM right here in Boca. And we really appreciate you listening each and every well, it's going to be Tuesday, every Tuesday. So here we are. Lisa, thank you very much for being on the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and what is your website? So people can go right to your website and look at you.
LisaDwoskin.com. LisaDwoskin.com.
Right, and Lisa is a personal trainer. And more than that, now she's getting ready to help all of us psychologically, philosophically, spiritually. I mean, you're going to have a whole movement. Tell us about the new show that you're putting together as we speak.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're starting November 2nd on a Monday, 5 to 5:30. And I'll be talking about how to transform your life, mind, body, spirit, from within, instead of just worrying about your external looks, worrying about what's inside and how you feel.
Wow. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people need help. I mean, I go look on websites and see people, talk to people all the time. I'm in business, obviously. And there's so many people who really need some serious help in terms of their self-esteem, self-image, self-control, self-direction, and all those good things. How do you propose to help many people who really need some direction and guidance?
Definitely. Everybody needs help, including us. Don't you need help too?
I'm begging for some help.
We all need help. We're all so stressed out. And what I just really propose for people to do is just slow down and listen to their own self, breathe, look around, look at the trees, be aware, be more mindful and consciously aware of living in the moment and not worrying so much, stressing so much, just teaching people how to slow down, how to love life, and how to love themselves first and foremost.
You came to that realization through a lot of trials and errors, is that right?
For sure.
Okay, let's talk about it briefly because, I think we've done this before, but it's always good to revisit some of the tough times that you've had to get to this point. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that you're in business and that you were doing a magnificent job for about 13 years.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a bit and what crisis forced you to make a shift. Okay.
Well, for sure the economy taking a turn really hurt my business. But even before that happened, just working 80 hours a week and just driving and doing things that I really didn't love to do. Although I loved owning the business, the fitness is what I loved more than doing the bookkeeping, and the burden of the business took a toll on my body. And of course, having children. And so I was raising my children in my business, working 80 hours a week. It was just too much for me. And it really affected my health. So when all that started happening, I knew I had to make a change, and I couldn't keep going that way because I was killing myself. So I definitely learned how to meditate, how to journal, how to write down my feelings, what was bothering me, what I needed to change, what shifts I needed to make in my life, and how to just slow down a little bit. I was running around like working probably 15 people's jobs in one person's body. It was almost inhumane to do something like that. So just to slow down, quiet your mind, and be a little bit more peaceful, you could still work just as hard, but you don't have to kill yourself over it. So just so many trials and tribulations. To sum it up in one sentence or less, I think we all have trials and tribulations. Everybody, not I think, I know. And everything that I went through just taught me how to deal with those trials and tribulations. So what I would like to teach people is how to deal with their stress. And how I coped with it was by meditating.
Oh.
And the girl was just talking about yoga. Anything that slows down your system and causes you to just look within and breathe and slow down, I think could change your life completely.
So you were going 24/7, and basically you were doing 80, 90 hours a week.
For sure. It was way too much.
It's a lot.
Everyone called me the Bionic Woman. I'm still called Wonder Woman. I like that title, but
Well, if you look at the website, you look
Yeah.
awesome. Again,
Thank you.
that website is, would you send the Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook, I have Body by Lisa, which is BBL Fitness, and that's on Facebook. Body by Lisa or BBL Fitness.
Okay. And so basically for the people who have not heard you before, that you had your own gym, spa,
Yeah,
whatever,
spa, salon, and wellness center.
all in one
The whole
place.
enchilada.
17,000 square feet of space, yeah?
2,000 members, about 65 employees.
60, and you should have had 100 employees
Probably.
because you were doing...
Or at least 2 more good ones that could do what I did and my ex-husband, what he did.
Right.
Yeah.
You were all over the place.
Yeah, it was too much.
Too much. So you did that for 13 years. Very successful, by the way. You were doing $1.6 million in gross
Sales
revenue
a
every
year.
year.
Yeah.
That was serious.
Yeah.
Not shabby.
No.
But you started that because of a whim, because of a dream, because of a desire. Why did you start that?
In my book, I talk about my soulmate, my late boyfriend who passed away when I was 30. He owned a gym, and I was so in awe of him that I thought that would be pretty cool to own a gym. Also, I already taught fitness, so I love the whole realm of fitness living. So that got me the first idea to own a gym because of my boyfriend. But then I started realizing after he passed away that I needed to help people, and I wanted to open a place that could help people transform from the inside. And it's funny because I found a CD on meditation and yoga, like the girl was talking about, called The Metamorphosis.
Oh.
And I would listen to it every day, and it was the only thing that helped me get over the loss of my boyfriend at the time. I was 28. And then the more I would listen to it, I thought, wow, if this could help me, and then all the books I read that we've talked about, the self-help books, that if I can help myself get through this, I want to help others get through these problems, traumas in life.
Yeah, you went through the books. What book would you recommend? Or, well, of course, your book. Let's talk about your book.
Metamorphosize, The Transformation Within, talks about a memoir of my journey, but it also teaches people how to get through their trials and tribulations, how to cope, how to deal. But I'm part of the Hay House family because I self-published my book through Hay House Self-Publishing. So I highly recommend all of Hay House books. Louise Hay was the founder of Hay House.
Okay.
And Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer.
And he passed not too long ago.
Just last month.
But you were in contact with him on many occasions.
He was actually
a mentor?
A very big mentor.
Oh, wow.
My very close friend, I call her my soul sister. Her name's Pam McDonald. She wrote a book called The Perfect Gene Diet, and it teaches people how to actually reverse disease, Alzheimer's disease. She has proven theories. She almost worked with Steve Jobs before he passed. Look her up, Pam McDonald, The Perfect Gene Diet. She has she helped Dr. Wayne Dyer reverse his leukemia, or actually keep it where it was and not get worse, by just eating through the genetic way of eating for your genotype.
Right.
So anyway, any of Dr. Wayne Dyer's books, any of Louise Hay's books, any of the Hay House authors, there's Gabrielle Bernstein, there's Chris Carr, there's Marianne Williamson, who's actually a political figure now. They write about all self-help loving yourself, healing yourself. Those are all the books I highly recommend.
Right. Okay, hey, listen, let's take a break. The engineer said we need to take a break, so break time. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Would you like to
here.
watch
Right
movies?
back.
Would you like to watch a movie that will help you to become rich and retire comfortably and securely? Well, network millionaire Eric Warr, author of the book Go Pro, has recently produced and directed a new movie that's guaranteed to help you become rich and famous. If you have a dream of becoming financially successful and independent, then you need to watch Rise Movie. It's the answer to how to become rich and famous with the new business on the Main Street Show. For all the people who watched the DVD and movie The Secret and discovered that you have the power and potential to design your own life, that you are the co-creator of this universe, then you need to take the next step and become financially successful and independent. Watch Rise Movie, a movie about the rise of the entrepreneur, a search for a better way. To get a copy, call 561-302-2588 and begin your rise to richness. That's 561-302-2588.
This is New Business on Main Street with Russ Johnson, where you can learn the strategies needed to be a successful business entrepreneur. Want to learn more about the opportunities entrepreneur marketing can show you to help you be successful? Go to newbusinessonmainstreet.com. That's newbusinessonmainstreet.com. Once again, here is Russ Johnson.
Hey, thank you. 1470 AM. And we're back here, WWNN, Boca Raton. Listen, Lisa, we were talking about your experiences and how you had to overcome challenges, tremendous challenges. And when I was reading your book, it was just made, I tell you, it was almost emotional involvement to read your book. How would people get that book? Because rather than, we only have about 15 minutes left.
Okay.
So to read your book and get all that information is very important, I think, because you have gone through a lot of trauma in your life. Let's talk about how one gets your book.
Just to get on my website, lisadwoskin.com. And LISA is easy. The last name's harder. DWOSKIN.com. Or on Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
Or on my Facebook, Body by Lisa, BBL Fitness. Any of those, you can find it.
And right now, you really are, and we want to talk about one specific big deal, is how to make yourself happy. And I want to get back to that in just a moment, except to say that you're now doing training, motivational speaking, helping people to overcome a lot of trauma in their lives. If a person wanted to call you and just get some information and talk with you, do you have a number for that?
I have my two different.
Okay, let me get one.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know that one.
No, the one I have right here.
My business number, I know it's 561.
Well, this one here is 571.
Oh, sorry, 571.
No, that's good. I'm glad you said that. Now it gives us a chance to really concentrate on this number.
I gotta memorize that Google Voice number.
No, this is good. 571-354-7215. Again, 571-354-7215. So they can call you at that number and then get you and meet you and talk about, because you do training and seminars for not only individuals, one-on-one training and help, but you do for groups.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that briefly.
I can do for different businesses. They call me up. And I really find that it helps the employees work harder, be happier, feel differently than they felt the day before because they're more mindful, they're more relaxed. But I do it for any big groups, any small groups, even groups of women of 5 want to have a little get together with wine and cheese, meditate and heal.
Okay.
Anything. I'm in the Sunny Isles area, so I do it for gyms, health clubs, yoga studios, but also private businesses as well.
And then you do some volunteer work. You were telling me about one event that you just completed, and you were help another organization raise $40,000.
Yeah, that was actually 2 years ago.
Okay.
But my mom actually that one was longer, but it was for breast cancer. And I love putting together charity events, and I do it very well because I love promoting. So it was for breast cancer. We got Flo Rida to come and sing for us at my gym. And he brought my mom up on the stage and sang Sugar to her, and it was so cute. And I raised, $40,000 for the Bremen breast cancer in the University of Miami.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Most nonprofits have a problem raising monies these days, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all in marketing.
I think I know a lot of rich people. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I know all the celebrities.
can I
they were
just-
members of my gym.
Can I just
Sorry.
hang out with you then?
Not really. But I do know a lot of celebrities that are athletes.
Well, whom do you know?
Lawrence Taylor, which I absolutely love and
LT,
adore.
yeah.
He's a good friend of mine.
Hall of Famer, yeah.
Yeah, and Rocky Johnson,
Oh.
The Rock's dad. So, and a lot of newscasters were members of my gym. So I get a lot of media help. But what I would do? I
Okay.
would get all the local restaurants that were near me that wanted to promote their businesses or restaurants, and they would all donate food or free stuff for the party for the whatever charity,
Right.
and then they would get free exposure. So I'd get like 100 different restaurants, and I had everything there I needed. Plus, they would raise money for the event. So. Yeah, I should have been a party planner, I guess.
I think you are a party planner.
I am, but in the right direction of healing people.
All right, well, let's talk of healing people, helping people. Happiness.
Yeah.
How does one become happy? Because, look, when I look at people, and I kind of do some marketing myself every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I find that a lot of people don't have really comfortable self-esteem or self-image,
Yeah.
so they're not really happy with themselves.
Yeah.
So how do you help people to become comfortable with themselves?
Well, before we talk about
Okay.
self-esteem,
Sure.
you brought up something earlier that you said, I've been through so many traumas. And it's funny because my dad, who we've discussed, is a big mentor in my life. Every time I would go to him as a little girl, a grown woman, even now, I would tell him my problems and he would look at me and always say the same thing. If you threw your problems up in a tree with everybody else's problems and you saw everybody's problems, you'd grab your problems and run like hell and go in the different direction. And I used to get upset at him and say, well, what does that mean? My problems are meaningless. You read my book. I've been through a lot of traumas.
What a book.
But you know what? If you look at other people who have lost children and who have been in the war, and really there are so many traumas. People have so many traumas. And I think to answer your question, to become happier, we need to look at our problems and not let them weigh us down.
So don't make a
Don't
mountain
dwell.
out of a molehill.
Exactly.
Okay.
Look at your problems and say, okay, I have these problems, but you know what? They're not going to control my life. They're not going to run my life. I'm going to wake up every morning and be grateful for my life, grateful for whatever I have. Thank God, thank your higher being, whatever it is you believe in. And then, okay, face your problems, work through your problems, do whatever it is you can do, but then move on and get over it and know that the little things, even though everything we're seeing today, the little things that people make such big deals over, and some of them are big deals, go through it, work through it, and let it go and move on and be grateful and happy for whatever good you have in your life. I think that would make you happier.
So an attitude of gratitude when you get up in the morning is good.
100%.
Right. And then I'm reminded of a book says, "Don't sweat the small stuff."
Oh, I love that book.
Is that right?
For sure.
Yeah.
The Road Less Traveled.
All right. So all these good books you read.
Yeah.
What book would you recommend me to start on if I haven't been a reader up until this point?
You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay.
Okay.
It's very simple, easy to read, or any of Wayne Dyer's books.
Okay.
Change your mind, change your thoughts. It's so simple. When I was driving here, I was thinking about falling in love. I'm single. I was divorced, and how it'll be great when I feel that love.
Wow.
But then I thought, you know what, Lisa, don't dwell on that right now because you know it'll happen. Just be grateful for what you have. My career, meeting you,
Right.
starting the radio show. I mean, if you could just focus on the good, be grateful, and be happy, it's great to be like that.
So you don't get 1,000 calls because you'd say I'm single.
Oh, no, I already do. I don't want half of them.
Oh,
Thank you. Listen, for those of you out there, men, if you want to get a woman, look at her soul and get to know her. Like, I mean, come on. I know I'm fit and I'm thankful and grateful, But I don't want to be hit on by the way I look or my body. I want a person to look within and want to get to know me, or I want to meet someone where I can see their soul. Like when I look at you, your eyes are the windows to your soul. You can tell you're a kind, loving, good person. So there's not enough out there. People, you got to get happier, become more spiritual.
So you teach happiness then. Happiness. I love it. I love it. So the people or the persons or the individuals or the groups who want to have you come and show them what to do or teach them or guide them or direct them. What number? The number, is this a good number?
Yeah, that's my perfect number.
So you can call Lisa at 571-354-7215. Again, that's 571-354-7215. And she'll help you look like this. You look great.
And feel better.
But you do look great. I mean, but you've worked
you.
at it. I mean, it's obvious. You used to be in contests.
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
Right.
I used to compete and be 10% body fat. Okay, so now I'm still low in the body fat, lower than the average woman. I'm an athletic woman. But when people see me now, who haven't seen me in probably 5 years, even though I'm 5 years older and work out less, but eat better, which is a big key factor, 80% is what you eat. But really, I can tell you, it's the mindset also, because when people see me now, they look at me like, what did you do? Did you have something done? You look younger, you look fitter, you look healthier, because I'm happier. And it radiates from the inside outward.
I see. So it's a mindset.
A mindset, but it's also loving yourself and being kind to yourself. Not beating yourself up, not feeling guilty about whatever goes wrong in your life. Very simply, be kind and loving to yourself makes you so much happier as a person.
How do you begin to think like that when you get up in the morning?
You look in the mirror and you say, hi, good morning, I love you. No, it's really true.
Is that right? You have to say that to yourself.
Well, right now I love myself so much, I can't stand it.
You love yourself so much that it allows you to love me.
Yeah.
No, I had a friend.
But it's true. Yeah, you can love others.
That's true. Now, I had a friend of Dr. James Bevel's. He used to help Martin Luther King. But anyway, he used to say that all the time. I love myself so much that allows me to love you.
But that's a very good statement, because people, and this is our next talk on my next book on spiritual love, why is the divorce rate so high? You want to know why?
Why?
Because people don't love themselves. How can they love another if they don't love themselves? And they are looking for the other person to bring them happiness, and that's never going to work.
So I should get off Plenty of Fish?
For sure. Get on Match.com. I don't know. I've never done any of those. Not that I'm against it.
No. But people are looking. I mean,
they're looking because they want to be happy.
They're not satisfied with
them. Like what I told you, I'm single. Yes, I want love one day in my life, tomorrow, today. But am I going to be okay without it? Of course I'm going to be okay, because I feel so much love for myself and for my friends and for the people around me that it fills that for now.
And you're able to pass that energy on to others, and including your children. Is that right?
For sure.
So are you teaching your children to love themselves?
Oh, definitely.
Is that right?
100%.
So you're programming, you're helping them to have that mental attitude of self-love.
It started, my dad did it with me, and I do it with my children. Not only love yourself, but be positive, like be strong. And the bullies in the school, don't listen to them. Believe in yourself.
Okay.
And that'll help you to love yourself more.
Well, your father helped you to believe in yourself a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why you came up with the idea of having your own spa and gym and all of that at an early age, and you did very well with that.
Right, yeah.
But you think because he kind of prompted you and pushed you into the entrepreneurial arena, that helped you do that?
Yeah, I think he did. Well, I never went to camp on the summers. I always worked for him. And he didn't force me. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I love doing stuff like that. And it's funny because when I graduated college, he said to me, Lisa, why don't you go live in Europe and I'll support you. Go meet a nice man and have a nice life. And I looked at him like, are you crazy? But he was testing me.
Oh, he made
that
offer.
He was testing me.
Oh, that was a test.
Before I opened my big business, he was testing me. Does she really want it or not?
I see.
He was good.
That was a heck of a test.
Yeah, I passed. I said, forget the man. I want the business. I want to learn how to be independent, take care of myself.
And depend on you and rather than somebody else.
Yeah.
I think we have 1 minute left. That's all.
Okay.
And in 1 minute, I want you to tell people how to get in contact with you, and I'll give the number.
Okay.
And, you can call Lisa at 571-354-7215. Again, I'll make that 571-354-7215, and your website.
Okay,
What is your
website, LisaDWOSKIN.com or Body by Lisa on Facebook.com. And you could sign up for my newsletter. I have a free newsletter to teach you how to become happier. And remember, wake up every morning, say I love you to yourself in the mirror, and be kind and loving to yourself, and your life will change within 30 days, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Money back guaranteed.
1470 AM. Thank you very much for listening.
Bye.
Black as the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. William Ernest Henley.
Do you know of anyone who lives with pain or has high blood pressure, diabetes, or asthma? Do seizures or any other types of illness run in the family? Then this message could be very important to you. Rain International introduces Soul, a new energized drink that revitalizes and detoxifies naturally. Soul offers you the opportunity to feel better and get help with many illnesses that may have overtaken your body. Visit their website at myrainlife.com